Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I am here to bring to you my AEW thoughts, recap, and review. Because it was an interesting night of wrestling and some extra stuff. I'm not going to get fully into it, but I'll give you some cliff notes. So, I'll grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself a snack. I hope you're having a fun Memorial Day weekend, because I certainly have, as I give you my review for AEW Double or Nothing. So, our only match on the pre-show, we have the debuting Hookhausen, that's Hook and Danhausen, taking on Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling. This was a lot less of a match and more of an angle, if that makes sense. Like, moves were done, and there was a winner and a loser, but it was more to showcase, hey, this is a new tag team on the scene. Give them your attention. You know what I mean? It somehow makes sense to me. Hook and Danhausen get the win. There wasn't much to this match, but I think that's okay. So, gets a thumbs up for me. A lot of fun. This next match is an interesting one, because we have MJF versus Wardlow. If Wardlow wins, he gets out of his contract with Max, because technically he wasn't signed to AEW. And then he gets a contract directly from Tony Khan. If MJF wins, Wardlow goes away. Now, here comes the interesting part. Maxwell Jacob Freeman has been talking about how he wants more money for his contract, and his contract is coming up in 2024. So he wants to be paid like a CM Punk or Daniel Bryan. These newer guys coming in. I guess in protest, instead, Max was scheduled for a fan fest on Saturday. Didn't go to that. Instead went to the casino, because they're in Vegas. And apparently he had a plane booked for New Jersey, which is interesting. So there was a lot of thought this match wouldn't have happened, and I would have been interested to see what the backup plan was, because that's crazy. Anyway, Max shows up. He has his usual entrance, although there's something on his face that there's this look on his face like maybe he doesn't want to be here. Out comes Wardlow in his Goldberg-esque entrance, handcuffs and all. He then gets in the ring, power bombs MJF about 10 times, covers, wins, and he gets his freedom from MJF, and he gets his contract with AEW. Now, during this celebration, Max is wheeled to the back on a stretcher, so more than likely he's being written off TV for a little bit. At least that's the hope. We'll see where this contract thing goes. Overall, I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. I thought it was exactly what it needed to be. Max, I think, could have easily eaten a loss and still been a top guy. We'll see what happens. So, this next match definitely brought me down a little bit. It was the Hardy Boys taking on the Young Bucks. Now, I'm going to preface it by saying this. I do like the Young Bucks style. Their in-ring is really good. And for those of you who are saying, oh, they can't sell, blah, 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 screw off. Because they can. my issue was with Brother Nero himself, Jeff Hardy. Because from his entrance to the in-ring, he looked a bit lost, and it definitely affected the quality of the match. Now, finish comes. Matt Hardy hits his twist of fate. Jeff with the swanton. 1, 2, 3. Your winner's probably going to end up challenging for the tag team titles in the near future. The Hardy Boys. Now, was this match terrible? Not really, but it wasn't the quality I know these guys can bring. So I'm going to give it a bit of a thumbs across. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. This next match, oh boy, more than a tad bit overbooked, but I still had fun with it. It's the TBS Championship match. You have Jade Cargill defending against Anna Jay. Now, Anna Jay coming out with her old star of the show gimmick, which is what she had before joining Dark Order, which, man, I can't believe how long ago that's been. Definitely some good counters by Anna Jay, including one out of the Jaded, the, Glam Slam. Anna had Jade Cargill in the Queen Slayer, I believe it's called, which is a cross-faced chicken wing, I want to say. Or maybe it's coquina. Or something along the lines of a coquina clutch. And then that's when Red Velvet and Kyrie Hogan interfered. I believe they got sent to the back by the ref. And then out comes Stokely Hathaway, the former Malcolm Bivens, who I am not that familiar with, but I'm okay with him representing Jade Cargill as she fired Smart Mark Sterling. In which, on top of that interference, Jade hits a middle rope Jaded pin, win. Winner and still TBS champion, Jade Cargill. I feel like this was Jade's weakest match. Like, AEW were definitely trying to cover up her weaknesses in the ring, which, of course, if you're a wrestling promoter, that's something you should be doing. But it definitely took away from this match how incredibly overbooked it was. Now, am I going to give this a full thumbs down? No, I think I'm just kind of at an angle. Were there some fun moments? Sure. Was it... It definitely wasn't Jade's best match. However, this is where it gets interesting. Jade and her baddies have Anna Jay cornered. Out comes Chris Statlander to a huge pop. It's still 3-on-2. Out comes the debuting Athena, the former Ember Moon, current Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion, as she is now All Elite, and I am here for it. I love Athena / Ember Moon. She is a fantastic competitor. Let's give her something. And to see her in the TBS Championship picture, that elevates pretty much everyone. Like, give me Athena versus Jade sooner rather than later. You know what? Let's not rush it. Let's build to it. I am definitely okay with that. This next match definitely brought the card up a little bit, as it's a trios match. You have the House of Black taking on Death Triangle. House of Black being Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews, taking on the team of Pac, Penta Obscuro, Pentagon Jr., and Rey Fenix. And boy, oh boy, this was something else. The combination of lucha style and high flying mixed well with the ground and pound style of the others. I think everything meshed well, really, really well. Now, finish came with Malachi Black in the ring with Pac, Penta, and Ray Phoenix. Looks like he's begging off. Lights go out. Lights come back on. Julia Hart is out just outside the ring, and she's in full, House of Black getup, considering I think she was one of the first missed victims by Malachi Black. And so, I'm glad for that payoff, finally. It's been months. She missed Pac in the face. Malachi, missed Pac in the face. Malachi Black hits the Black Mass. 1, 2, 3. Winners, House of Black. I am going to give this maybe a little bit of a thumb over here. I do think this match was better than a lot of people on the internet are saying. Could this have been a decent little match on a Dynamite or something? Sure. But I'm okay with this here, because I feel like it fit really well, and I don't think it was that much of a filler. Like, a lot of this match was. So, yeah, it wasn't a perfect match by any means, but I had a lot of fun with it. This is where the show takes a little bit of a dip for me. We have the tournament finals of the Men's Owen Hart tournament as Adam Cole takes on Samoa Joe. Now, overall, match was solid. These two guys worked really well together. There was a counter by Cole out of the Coquina Clutch. And the Muscle Buster too, actually, which was pretty cool to see. Match finish comes with, of course, a little bit of interference as Bobby Fish comes down, I believe distracts the ref, including ringing Joe's arm over the top rope. Cole then hits the boom for the win. So your winner of the Men's Owen Hart final, Adam Cole, baby. Match itself was fine. I'm going to give it a bit of a thumbs up, but I'm also going to turn it a little here for another interference. I think AEW needs to ease up a little bit with the interference spots. It feels like every show has it. Next match, another kind of downer, but I feel like they did a better job than a lot of what I'm seeing on the internet for this match. The Women's Owen Hart final. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Ruby Soho in their rematch from Dynamite Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe, which I was there for. Now, did this match blow me away? Not really, but I do think they did a good job. Ruby Soho kind of going for a sharpshooter near the end, but it didn't really work. It looked a little, I don't want to say sloppy, but it didn't really have the impact needed to really get over what was going on. There was a very cool counter out of the lockjaw in which, Ruby kind of kept the gloved hand from entering her mouth and, pushes away getting out of that move. Match ends via the curb stomp by Dr. Britt Baker. So we have the new power couple in AEW. And am I a little bit mad that Britt Baker is getting pushed again. Yes. Is she feeling a little bit more like Charlotte Flair? A little overexposed, a little overdone, winning everything? Absolutely. I see your point. However, I do believe this was a dang good match. A great back and forth between these two competitors. And hey, now we got an even better story where, Dr. Baker has Ruby Soho's number. Maybe somewhere down the line we actually do see Ruby get that win, which I'm here for. Overall, I'd say right about here, maybe a little more up for this match. It was fine. And then came the trophy ceremony. Now, of course, both winners came out. Martha Hart, who is Owen's widow, may he rest in peace, came out, pretty much thanked who she wanted to thank, including Tony Khan, AEW, the Owen Hart Foundation, etc., etc. She went on a bit too long. She revealed the championships for the Owen, which honestly were really cool looking, and gave Britt and Adam Cole their trophy. So, this kind of grinded the show a bit to a halt, and I'd say definitely affected the rest of the show for me. Except for this next match, which is Anarchy in... No, it's not. We're not quite there yet. We got a mixed 6-man tag team match, playa, aka my pee break. Sorry, guys. As we have America Top Team, featuring Men of the Year members Ethan Page and TNT champion Scorpio Sky, along with the debuting Paige Van Zandt, as they took on Frankie Kazarian for reasons, Sammy Guevara, and Ty Conti. And if Guevara, Kaz, and Conti loses, Kaz and Guevara can't challenge for the TNT title. I'd say it was an average match at best. I think what really took me out of it was Conti and Guevara making out the entire time. This is wrestling. Let's get in the ring. Let's stop sucking face. Finish came with Sky hitting the TKO on Kaz for the 1, 2, 3. Your winners, America Top Team. And I hope that these leads to better stuff for all parties. The match itself wasn't bad, but it didn't really inspire me to be excited for the match. Did Paige Van Zandt look decent in her first outing? Yeah, I think so. But overall, this match could have played out somewhere else. I don't think it was at all necessary for this pay-per-view. So, again, I'm going to put it right here. It was okay. This next match, a bit of a quickie. And a late addition as Kyle O'Reilly takes on Darby Allin. This match stems from Kyle O'Reilly taking out Sting, who wasn't in the building, going to be at the show. I do think these two worked really, really well together. It was a coffin drop that Kyle O'Reilly transitioned into a submission, which was impressive. After a little bit, Kyle O'Reilly made Darby Allin submit. There wasn't that much to this match. Could it be something more going forward? Sure. But overall, again, it was okay. It was another unnecessary match that could have taken place on Dynamite somewhere. Now, this next match brought me back up again, as we have the AEW Women's Championship match as Thunder Rosa defends against Serena Deeb. And boy, oh boy, these two technical powerhouses put on a show. We had Thunder Rosa countering out of, a couple of things. Including, actually, I think Thunder Rosa ate a couple of not Thunder Bombs. I forget Serena Deeb's finisher. I'm sorry. We had her kick out a couple of times with that finisher. Thunder Rosa hits the Thunder Driver. I knew I'd get there eventually. For the pin and the win. Winner, still AEW Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa. I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. This brought me right back into the show. It was a lot of fun. And these two have some great chemistry. And I'm wondering what's next for Thunder Rosa. Hopefully something good. Now, there was a segment of the show where we have Andrade. He's not even backstage. He's probably at his wedding. Congratulations to you and Charlotte Flair. Where he pretty much said the Andrade family office is a stupid name. They're a bunch of losers. No offense to Angelico, Butcher Blade, Bunny, and I think that's it. And Private Party, obviously. So he pretty much says to his assistant, we need winners. We need more of a brand name. Knock at the door. In comes Roosh. That's right. Roosh finally making his AEW debut. Although he didn't get a blank is all elite graphic after the show. So I don't know if he's actually all elite. And we do know Andrade and Charlotte are probably going on their honeymoon soon. So they're going to be off TV for a while. So maybe Roosh is going to be leading the AFL, which, that sounds interesting. Alright, this next match was absolute freaking chaos. I do not know if I can cover it all, but I am going to give it my old college try, as it's Anarchy in the Arena. Pretty much a giant team versus team street fight. It's pretty much Stadium Stampede, but in an arena. As we have the Jericho Appreciation Society. That's Jericho, Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, Angelo Parker, and Matt Manhart, taking on the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, and their associates, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. And they fought all over the arena. And it started with Jon Moxley's music, Wild Thing, just playing throughout. It was like a New Jack match back in the day. It was crazy. You have people jumping off ladders. I think at one point Kingston and Garcia went to the concessions. A fire extinguisher was involved. Eddie Kingston tried to light Chris Jericho on fire. Like, he had a gas can boarded on not only Jericho, but Bryan Danielson. I think that feud is next, and I am here for it. It was craziness. I'm going to say this. I enjoyed the heck out of this match. Jericho kind of got the screwy win after the ring kind of got taken apart. Like, the top ropes were undone by Moxley, and he used them as weapons, which I never thought I'd see that. Winners, Jericho Appreciation Society. I'm going to say this. It's definitely more sports entertainment focused. But this fight, I'm going to say this. I really freaking enjoyed this match. It was a war. And I'm going to say it is a must watch. Like, if you're going to watch this match, it's complete and utter chaos. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Next match is a triple threat trios match for the World Tag Team titles, as Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus take on Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Swerve in My Glory, which I love that name. And Team Taz being represented by Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Oh, holy cow. This match was fast, furious, high-paced. Including when the bigger guys were in. Like, this was incredibly crazy. Not as technical a match as I would have liked, but you had the big guys doing power moves. You had tag team moves. It was a lot of fun. Finish came with the Jurassic Express hitting the Jurassic Express on Swerve, I believe it was, which I am very surprised by that. For the 1, 2, 3 winners, Jurassic Express, still champs, which I am very surprised by. I thought this was going to be the title that changes hands. Either way, thumbs up. A lot of fun, a lot of good action. I loved it. And now, finally, our main event of the evening, as we have the AEW World title on the line, as we have Adam Hangman Page taking on CM Punk. And oh my God, to say this crowd was split right down the middle, that's saying something. The love for both these guys, I felt. Like, these two are two of the biggest baby faces out there. A lot of hard hitting, a lot of back and forth. You had Hangman hit the GGS. You had Punk successfully hit the buckshot lariat. Lots of working of the leg, which I really liked, which both guys sold to perfection. Hangman then bumps into the ref. No, Punk accidentally kicks the ref in the face, knocking him out. Hangman then goes for the title. Looks like he's about to knock Punk out with it. Looks at Punk. Looks like he's going to do it. Decides not to. Puts the title down. Looks like he's about to hit the buckshot. Rolls over. His knee buckles. Punk then with a neck breaker into the GTS for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I love Hangman. While his reign was a little middle of the road, it wasn't the best. He had a hell of a reign, I think. And I don't think it's going to be his last one. Will he be Punk? I'm not sure. But I do think we're going to run this back sometime soon. I'm going to give this match a big old thumbs up. And I am going to give it 100% my recommendation. Especially if you love pro wrestling as much as I do. And to all those people saying, this is AEW back their guys again. Dude, shut up. Page put on a masterful performance with Punk. They were the greatest dance partners out there, and I couldn't be happier. Now, we'll see what goes on this Wednesday, as it is believed as I just saw a big old announcement. We're getting CM Punk versus the second AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley, in an AEW title match. I'm there. I'm in. Let's do it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. That's the review done. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite match was, your least favorite match, and overall what you thought of the show. Overall, it wasn't AEW's best. Like, it started out rough, but it ended really good. It was definitely not AEW's best showing, but I do believe with Forbidden Door on the horizon, I think we're about to be seeing AEW's very best. So, yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a very happy rest of your Memorial Day weekend. And I'll see you next time for... Next one is NWA Always Ready, which is June 11th. And I cannot wait to see that one. Hope you guys have a good day, and I shall see you next time. Peace.